people. Hello, Melt in the Ice family. Welcome to another episode of Bloom and Blossom. It's been such a long time and I'm not happy about it, but I'm so happy to be here right now and to be in this space with you. Once again, thank you so much for being here. I am so grateful to have you here again. So, I'm sure you know from the title, but today we're talking about honoring each day. And what do I mean by honoring each day? So, each day has its own blessings. You might have heard a variation of that, but I want to explore that and share whatever is on my heart regarding this topic. So, every day has its own gifts. It's so important for us to honor each day. It's so important for us to not drag yesterday into today, regardless of how good or bad yesterday was. I think oftentimes we get into a space where to keep ourselves safe, we almost like learn from the previous days and apply that to today, which is not all bad, right? That has helped the human race for survival. That is how you learn. That is not all bad, but it can be harmful because you can end up assuming that bad things will happen to you, or assuming that you are still the person you were in the past, which is just not the truth. It's important for us to remember that it's not the best to see, to judge, or to approach today with these lenses and with the same energy that we approached yesterday, right? I think that's what they call reacting, because reacting is like acting the way that you behaved in the past, because you think that is what will keep you safe. But you don't understand that you're no longer the person you were at that time. You're a new person, and this person in front of you is a new person too, and this experience is a new experience. So I encourage you to think, what is the best thing for me to do right now? Or to even ask, what are the gifts of today? What gifts are this day bringing into my life right now? What gifts are this day trying to give me, right? But you have to learn the lessons first. So rather than trying to be robotic or trying to, behave in the same ways of the past, I encourage all of you, and honestly myself too, to approach this day as a whole different thing. Just because it's a day, it doesn't mean that it's that day where that thing happened to you or where you had to learn that lesson. That day that might have been bad or sad or traumatic, that day taught you its lessons. And I hope you have learned those lessons. And if you haven't, at your own time, you might want to go back, revisit, and heal through that and unlock the lessons of that day. But today is here as an opportunity. Today gives you a new chance. A chance to be different. A chance to do better. Today gives you the opportunity to recreate yourself as the person you want to be. To show up as the person you want to be. To smile more often if that's something you've been struggling with. To be more gentle with yourself if that's something you've been wanting. So don't think that, I am this way, or I hardly smile because something happened to me 10 years ago on this specific day. So now you've assumed that as your personality, when something bad might have happened to you that day, and instead of learning those lessons from that day, you closed off your heart and you went into hiding. And then you develop this new trait. For example, not smiling or, frowning. These are all examples, guys. You adopted those things as your personality in order to survive that day or that season of your life. But you need to realize that every season is different. And if you keep dragging past days, past seasons into the season you're in right now, you're going to keep missing every season in front of you. And you're going to always look back and say, wow, I don't think I truly allowed myself to live that season. Okay, it was bad, but hey, it wasn't that bad, right? Because nothing ever actually is when you have a certain perspective, right? But you might realize that, wow, in this season, I was so caught up in this past season that I missed this season. And then now you're doing it again in this season. You're so caught up in the last season and you're missing entirely this season. Every season, every day brings its own gifts. Every season will bring its own challenges. Every season will require different things from you. And rather than trying to match the season to the last season, allow yourself to be vulnerable. Allow yourself to explore what this might mean to you, what this season might be trying to learn, might be trying to bring to you. And don't try to just know everything. Just approach it as a game. Approach it gently, right? And know that no matter what happens, you're going to be safe because, look, you survived those past seasons, right? You're doing your best. We all are. And you survived those past seasons. So now, no matter what happens in this season, you're going to be okay. Because the past has shown you that if it has shown you one thing, it has shown you that you survived, not just that you thrive too. You're able to thrive as well. So the past has taught you those things. So rather than trying to control everything, to avoid getting hurt and missing entirely this season, and then regretting in the future, or I wish I actually embraced these lessons, just open your heart and pray, meditate, and reflect on the glasses, the perspective that you are holding on to in this season of your life. Reflect on those perspectives, on those ideas, and question if those things are truly serving you in this season. If you even need those things in this season, right? Because sometimes past seasons made us realize that we had to be this strong and we had to use these tools and these things to protect ourselves. So now in further seasons, we're carrying those tools with us every single day. Like, it's one thing to have those tools at home, right? Like in our toolbox. But it's an entirely different thing. An entirely different thing to carry those tools every single day with us, on us. You can see that it will become very quickly exhausting. It will become very draining because you're already carrying this extra load, because you're ready to use these tools to protect yourself. And from what? From what? You don't know. But you're just carrying them just in case something happens and, you want to keep yourself safe. And that's fair. And that makes sense. And that's that is normal and understandable, right? But even though it's understandable and normal, is it the best way to approach life? Is it the best way to approach today? What if you don't need that tool today? Or what if you go out in the world and something happens and you realize that, okay, actually this season I might need this tool, and then you go back home and you find that toolbox of yours, and then you retrieve that gadget from that tool. Obviously, I'm talking about internal tools, but take it as you understand it. And then you get that tool for that day, for the next day, because you feel like I might need it this season. But it's so important to reflect. It's so important to, spend some time alone to actually understand what phase you might be in your life right now. So you don't have to carry around all of these extra toolboxes, all of this extra weight. That will make you miss entirely today. Today is a beautiful day, and I hope you're having a beautiful day right now as you're sharing this time of yours with me. I'm so grateful. Each day is beautiful, no matter how bad it is, because there's no way that everywhere around you will just be darkness. So even if you're having a bad day today, or you're having a bad month, or you've been having a bad year, by the way, so sorry about that. Know that in every season, in every day, no matter how dark it seems to be, there's always a light somewhere, and I hope you find yours, right? I hope you look, I hope you see. I hope you don't just look at things, but I hope you see things for what they truly are, because everything has a meaning. And I hope you derive a meaning or meanings from things around you, meanings that actually add value to your life, meanings that are in alignment with who you are in this season and what this season and what this day has to bring to you. I hope you take that time and do that, because that will really be a game changer. Because once you sit down and you assess and you realize that, oh, this day might be so bad, but look at me, my heart is still beating. Okay, I might be in a hospital bed right now, but my heart is still beating. Oh, my ears are still working. I can be tuning in with Human on this episode today. I'm grateful that my ears are still working. In this season, maybe I'm in a wheelchair, but you know what? My eyesight is the best it has ever been. Or, oh my gosh, I reconciled with my parents, or I reconciled with a person, I don't know, a long lost best friend, I don't know. But know that there's no way that there will only be darkness around you. So I don't know what you're going through, but know that there's joy in your life right now. There's peace in your life right now. And this day is trying. This day is trying. This day is begging you to look at it, to say, look at me. Look at me and see me for who I am. Look at me and talk to me and spend time with me, and stop trying to protect yourself from the memory of past days, from the trauma of past days. Just be with me, and I will guide you, and I will hold your hand, and I will show you. So I encourage you and myself too to truly surrender to each day and allow each day to unveil itself to you. Okay? And know that no matter what happened, you're always safe. And yes, you might say, okay, but you don't know me. Oh, I have made mistakes in my life, so I have to carry around all of this stuff just to make sure that I don't make no mistakes. We've all made mistakes, sis, bro. We have all made mistakes, all of us. But just because you've made mistakes, it doesn't mean that you deserve to be miserable. It doesn't mean that you should now carry around the past traumas from the last seasons, from the past days, and then end up ruining this day, right? Oftentimes, we suffer the past. We suffer things that we keep replaying in our minds over and over again, like a broken CD that won't just stop playing itself, except we are doing it ourselves. And we don't realize that you can just press pause, or you can just leave the room entirely. If that CD just keeps playing your days and your embarrassing moments over and over again, you can just take out the CD, or you can just remove yourself from that room and say, you know what? I see you want to play the CD right now, but guess what? I want to do something else. I want to watch the sunset. So I'm going to leave you here, play the CD, and I'm going to go do something else. Right? And that's just you shifting your attention and saying that, yeah, I'm not going to let this thing haunt me anymore. I'm not going to let this thing hold me back anymore. I'm not going to let these ideas, this perspective, stop me from living my life. Because, like I said, we have all made mistakes. No matter how bad or good you think yours are, to be honest, it doesn't really matter. What matters is the person you want to be today. And I want you to know that you have that power. You have the power to actually decide who you want to be today. You have the power to decide what you want to be today. You have the power to decide where you want to go today. You have the power to decide you have the power to decide. I apologize for the noise near me right now. I have to record and people are near me. What can I do? That's just life. Let's move on. I'm not going to try to be perfect. This is just the reality. So, sorry for the background noise. But, like I was saying, you have that power. So, who did you give your power to? And why? Or did you just put that awareness somewhere else so you can validate the idea that your life is so miserable, and so you can validate the idea that you have to be sad today? No. And if you're happy, can you feel more joy? You can always feel more joy. So this works for everyone listening right now. You can always feel more joy. You can always unlock a new level of happiness, unlock new levels of joy, unlock new levels of abundance in your life by doing the same thing, by not dragging the past days into today. Right? At the end of each day, I just saw a squirrel. At the end of each day, I encourage you to learn from that day and say, hey, what did today teach me? Or what was today trying to teach me? Okay, you might not be able to write down everything, but at least by doing this, you're cultivating self-awareness. You're cultivating this, this growth mindset. Like, oh, okay, I like this. I did that. Oh, I didn't like how I did this. Okay, I didn't like X, Y, and Z, but I loved A, B, and C. Okay, I love this. I want to keep A, B, and C. And X, Y, and Z, what can I do to learn from this? And then you can just write down some things you think can help you to learn from that. And then tomorrow, you don't have to keep beating yourself up. Oh, yesterday I did X, Y, and Z. Oh, yesterday I did X, Y, and Z. No. Think, okay, I'm really good at A, B, and C. Okay, how can I improve those things? And then the things you said you weren't so good at, the things you wrote down you could do to make them better, ask yourself, how can I do these things? Okay, what do I need to do? There's always something you can do, because there's always light around you. And if you look around, if you pay attention, there's always a hand or hands that are stretched out to you, but you're not seeing them because you're looking down. You're looking down at your feet for whatever reason. And this could be in any area of your life, right? Maybe you're looking down and you are dragging the past into future days in this area of your life. It could be, I don't know, finances. It could be business. It could be relationships. It could be parenting. Whatever the case might be. I truly believe that this can apply to anything. And I really want you guys to live freely. To be free like birds. To be so free that nothing anyone says or nothing anyone does will snap you out of it. Nothing your own mind says even. Right? So today I encourage you to really see today as a brand new thing and decide the kind of person you want to be today, the kind of food you want to eat today, the kind of workout you want to do today, the kind of habit you want to implement today. I want you to write those things down. And if it's nighttime when you listen to this, you can just make a quick note on your phone and decide, okay, who do I want to be tomorrow? And write that down. And ask yourself, okay, I can start. And no matter how long it takes, just have fun. And know that this whole thing, life, is a whole learning process. And learning can be messy. So um don't be so hard on yourself, right? Laugh a lot, because laughter makes life so much better and so good. Laughter makes life fun. So laugh at yourself sometimes and be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. Laugh at yourself and know that this work that you're doing, this decision that you're making of saying today as a new day, it's really going to pay off, because it's going to bring so much more joy into your life, and it's going to free up so much more energy, and that energy can be used to do more things and then create more joy and then have more growth, and the cycle just keeps going on and on and on again. So this was your girl Yuman from Melting the Ice, and yeah, and this is still the Bloom and Blossom series. This series should have about 22 episodes, so we still have a long way to go, and we're back. So I really hope you can stay with me for this journey. And if you're new here, please, thank you for being here. Please let me know what you thought of this episode. Let me know where you are in your life right now. I love to hear from you. I love to have feedback. And with that, I'm going to go. I'm going to go live my own way, guys. I'm going to go live my life. I wish you the most beautiful day ever, with lots of rainbows. And even if there's no rainbow, who cares? You can move in the world as if you see a rainbow every single day. Because life can be that beautiful and life can be that fun. So I'm gonna go, like I said, have the most beautiful day and implement what I just said right now to the best of my abilities. Okay? And I'm gonna leave you guys to get to what you were doing. And go again, let me know. I love your feedback. And I'm gonna leave you now. Bye. Mwah.